That was really good.
I'm just gonna start it.
Okay.
All right. So you know that thing that, like, I don't know if it's a thing or not, but it's something that'll actually jerk off for you.
Pocket pussy.
No, those you have to like manually do the motion.
Your hand.
A robotic thing that will jerk off for you.
Okay. Are you talking about women now? I'm so lost. What are we doing?
Look, just stop it. Let's just
Okay.
start getting back to business. Welcome back to Getting Live, Sexual, and Weird.
What the yeah, welcome back, guys. It's been a minute. That threw me way off.
Look here. First off, you're the one who started to bring up your beer pong.
Yeah,
which
my
is a
beer
koozie and a beer pong. Like,
It's-
what grown man has that?
Everyone does actually.
Everyone?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, it's $24. We're not sponsored by them, but it's 24 flat and it's free shipping.
Yeah.
It's nice.
What's that one sex store that you go to all the time?
We're not gonna get into that.
Oh, okay.
Talk about Adam and Eve.
Too live, sexual, and weird for you?
Yeah, that's too live, sexual, and weird.
Yeah, we don't want to get your exes. Who was that company that like got a hold of all the exes or the wives that the men were cheating on?
Ooh, I forgot about that. I know
You
what you're talking
know
about. Yeah, I know what
That
you're talking
shit
about.
was so fucked.
They just hacked everyone's shit. And they're like, yeah, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing behind doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
No, I
man.
did.
So it's been a bit.
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a long fucking minute. What has it been, like 4 months?
Yeah, it's been 4 months since our last fucking video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been trying to do things myself, but I don't obviously have a setup like yours.
Yeah. This
Like-
is the headquarters for now.
Yeah, for right now. I'm working with a laptop, and you have NASA, so...
We're getting there. I called NASA today and I said, hey,
What'd they say?
let me borrow that.
They-
They were like,
What they say?
come work for us. I said, no,
Is that easy?
I'm not interested.
Is that easy to work for NASA?
For me, it is.
I mean, looking at you, I'm like, holy fuck. It's
This is how it usually goes down. For me.
Oh, okay.
John Elway called the other
Did
day,
he?
offered me a head coaching job. I said, give Vic a chance.
Give Vic.
Vic Fangio.
Oh, I thought you were
the
talking
head
about...
coach of the
talking about Mike
Denver
Vick.
Broncos.
No, I thought you were talking about Mike Vick. I was like, that...
Is he even coaching?
I don't
I
know.
thought he was like an analyst or
I
something.
don't know.
So we have a lot to catch up on. We have a lot of stories to talk about. So this is probably going to be a long one. As you guys can tell, there's
Maybe.
no faces on your screen. It's just the logo. We've
Had a bad hair day.
tested out being out there in the living room and getting that going. Fortunately, it's not the most solid thing, and it
It's
takes a lot of just tedious work that really
It is.
isn't worth it
Yep.
when we can have better quality in here. And hopefully, I mean, we'll buy a camera. If we buy a camera, it'll fix all things. We can do it in here.
Yeah.
We can do it out there. It'll fix everything.
And I'm having a fluffy day. I just don't feel... I don't feel...
He looks fucking dope.
Uh,
I'm not even gonna fucking lie. He came in, and everything except for his shoes is on 10.
I got Crocs on.
He's got camo fucking Crocs.
I got
on.
Crocs on. I like to be comfy. I'm
When
just...
he goes to sleep,
I'm
if
just
he falls
goofing.
asleep here,
I'm
I
new-
am taking those,
I'm new Croc goofing, baby.
taking his shit in them,
3 easy
putting them in
payments.
a paper bag,
3 easy
lighting
payments.
them on fire,
I don't know why you're
and
being so
putting
rude.
it right next to his face.
Why would you do that?
Well, it's because you wear camo Crocs in my apartment, and you know what?
You know what's funny?
What?
I lost these Crocs.
Good. Sorry that you found them.
Like a couple days ago, I lost them. And I was like, that's what I get for getting camo. I swear to God, I thought that out loud. I was like, my room, my whole entire place has no camo in it. And I'm like, how the fuck did I lose camo Crocs in a bright area? I'm like, well, that's what I get for buying camo. I just can't see it. I bought some John Cena Crocs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
This is
the.
John Cena's on the bottom, I imagine.
Yeah,
They're sponsored by John Cena.
They're sponsored by John Cena. Everyone.
See, I really wanted those Crocs from the Post Malone album, Beer Bongs and Bentleys. He came out with a limited edition Crocs with them
with the
that
fire.
had black barbed wire on them and
Oh.
yellow.
Okay, I thought there would be like flames on them.
No.
That's like typical trailer trash shit right there.
No, these things were sick, dude.
Okay.
They got sold out in less than a day.
Speaking of sick, have you ever taken that COVID test?
No.
I did.
What'd you do?
Like I took the COVID test.
Yeah, what'd you have to do, though?
Okay, so I pulled up and I had to call them. They came out. It wasn't even a nurse. It was just a soldier coming out with a face mask, like a face guard and a face mask deal. And they grabbed this like long, like tube, like ear cleaner looking deal, and they're like, all right, lean your head back, and we're gonna put this up your nose, and it's gonna, we're gonna move it around for a couple seconds, and we gotta do it in the other nostril. I was like, all right, cool. So they stuck it up in there, and it was tickling me, burning me, and I had the worst sensation of sneezing all at the same time. But I was so scared of like even moving, because if I was like to sneeze, I feel like that thing would get jammed up all, like some
with that.
some final destination.
You just stay in there.
He was like, ah! I was like, oh god.
So
like,
why do you still have a Q-tip up your nose? Let's see what happened.
Long story, COVID. You know how that shit goes.
COVID-19. You know
Thanks.
How this year's been. It's just been weird.
Weird. It's been one of those days.
So I have a crazy fucking story to tell. I've been holding on to this story for months, Mikey.
This better be good.
4 fucking months.
If you're hyping it up this much, it better be good.
It is the craziest day of fucking 2020.
I have better shit to do, so what's up?
Oh, you do?
No, I don't.
Well,
this is the only thing.
Let me just hurry up and get the story out.
I drove an hour for this stupid shit.
So, there's some people that watch this podcast that I work with. So shout outs to you, and I appreciate all the love.
Shout out.
But yeah, so one day I went to work. I got there, or I was there to open, and we were out of some stuff. So I had to go to a couple of restaurants to pick up some stuff.
That's some janky shit.
And so I'm like,
do normal people do that?
I had a mid there. What?
Do people do that? Like, I didn't know people did that.
Yeah. So usually, if you're running short on supplies, you usually go to another restaurant. And say, hey, let me borrow this. There's more of a system to it. And
is it like a haggle deal? Like, all right, you go to Taco Bell. Like, look.
No. We go to other of our own restaurants.
Oh, okay. I thought you go like to different restaurants and be like, hey, man, I'm out of tortillas. Y'all got like, I'll trade y'all some rice.
No, we either go to our own restaurants or we go to our vendors.
Bet. Okay.
And like, hey, vendor, is there any way possible I can get this today or tomorrow?
And they're like, what's in it for me?
Oh, they just charge us.
Oh. I figured it'd be some big poobah guy with brains like,
No, you gotta think about this. These are businesses. They deal with this kind of thing.
Okay.
Almost every day.
See, I don't know shit about that. I don't know about that. I'm not a businessman like you.
There's systems.
Okay, go ahead.
I fucking call a couple places, find out where some stuff is, and I'm like, all right, look, to my other manager that got there at like 11.
Tell him to fuck off.
We gotta fucking go get this. It's pouring rain outside, so I offered, hey, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
So, since I've been up this morning, I've had to shit.
This morning.
Well, not this.
That morning.
That morning.
Okay, I was like, this morning.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
That morning, I've had to shit. And I was like, you know what? I'll get to it. It's not like it's where it's coming out of the barrel.
All right.
It's
for all
good.
my viewers out there or listeners, I'm sorry if you're eating while listening.
Yeah, this is not a very.
You should have gave us a heads up if this was going to be one of those stories. But please go
There's
on.
more layers to just this point.
Oh, I bet there is layers. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry if I ruined your appetite, but here we go anyways. So So I leave, and it's fucking pouring outside. I mean, the moment I even get to my car, I'm already drenched.
Ooh.
Like, fucking, looks like I just got out of the shower, and all my clothes
like,
are
you
wet.
look like some WAP right now, huh? That's what you look like, some WAP. Shout out to all my boys out there.
I always stay looking like I'm Hap.
You know what Hap is.
Shout out.
Shout out to Hap.
That shit was so good.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love that video.
Dude, he fucking killed it, man. I did not think it was gonna be that good of quality.
I play that every time I get in the shower.
Really?
Yeah. Some hard ass penis.
That's what HAP stands for.
That's what HAP stands for, people.
And if you're children, what are you doing here?
What are you listening to this?
We're not family friendly.
We're not. We're chugging Trulies because we're men.
Well, I got the White Claw with no law.
All right. Well, I got a Truly because I'm fancy.
It's truly a pleasure to be drinking with you.
Well, it's
on this a great afternoon.
I have no pun for White Claw for you right now, so there.
That's all right, baby.
It's like water, but someone put party in it. That's all White Claw and Trulies are. It's just someone had some carbonated water, and if someone walked by with some alcohol and be like, "Hey, man, keep the party going." That's how it was. Like that's how it was invented.
They charge you for every cent of it.
They do. It was $20 for a fucking 12-pack.
Yeah.
It's worth it though.
Truly a great price.
It's true.
I'm sorry,
You
I'll
suck.
stop with that pun.
Boo!
Why did I come back up here? Okay. Go on with your
This is why it's been 4 months, guys. He absolutely despises me, and it took everything that I had in my piggy bank to get him over here.
Yeah, it was, honestly. So please go on with your shit story.
Now you can pay for the tolls.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yeah.
So the
Fucking
shit
hate you.
story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I go and pick up the product, and it's kind of getting a little bad. I go to the first place, pick up the stuff, and then I go to the second place, and like the more and more I get out of the car, the worse it gets. And it's like it's not even like a short trip. It's like 20-30 minute drives to each destination, so I'm gone for like an hour and a half from the restaurant that I should be at, working at. So I'm on my way finally back to my restaurant.
Yeah.
And it is coming.
You feel it?
Yeah, it's fucking coming.
It's
It
turtle head.
is.
Go for it.
Ugh, yeah, it's coming out a little bit.
Ugh.
Basically, I shit myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, even worse is that I'm like in such agony that I'm trying to make the correct turn, but I keep on fucking up because I'm just so distracted by this shit that's going on that I fucking like missed like 2 or 3 turns, and finally I'm like, fuck this. I take an illegal U-turn, cut off a car, fucking zoom past over, get into the right lane, make the right corrections, blah 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 blah, fucking speed on way all the way back, and I fucking dip inside the restaurant with hoping nobody sees me.
Yeah.
Get into the restroom, fucking fix all the shit that I can't stop using that word. Fix everything that's going on with me that's wrong. And while I'm sitting there trying to deal with all this, the manager, the lady, texts me. She's like, "Where are you? We could really use your help right now." And I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, fucking get the fuck out of here and get to fucking work. I've been gone for like 2 hours at this point.
Yeah.
Finally get out, start working, catch up. It's fucking busy. We're over here just fucking getting ramrodded.
You're like, don't smell that. Like,
No. I cleaned up well.
don't smell like shit in here. Like he's like, what's going on? You just blame it on the cooks or something. I think it's them. Fucking
So I'm
dirty.
like fucking still soaked in water, by the way, because I bring all the stuff that I
Ugh.
brought in. That's going on underneath.
Ugh.
That business.
Dude, I would have gone home. Honestly, like straight up, if I was shitting my pants, soaking wet, dog, I would have called it. I would have thrown the flag in. I'm like, done. No,
I ain't
not
no
today.
quitter. Can't do it.
Well, I just don't feel like having doo-doo in my drawers.
I did not enjoy it one bit.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
And you handle food, so you probably could give people pink eye or something.
Like I didn't fucking wash my hands 10 times
I don't know.
in scalding hot water.
Probably. I don't know you, Scott. I know that well, Scott. I don't know what the fuck you do at work.
Well, so you just assume that I don't wash my hands.
I just assume you just went in the bathroom, scooped it up, and like, all right, that's good enough. That's what I'm getting from this story. So I don't know. That's just
All right, you want me to go into more detail what I did?
No, please.
No,
No.
okay, well,
No,
let's
no.
clarify. I washed my hands 3 times.
Okay.
I washed my hands as soon as I arrived back to the restaurant.
Okay.
I washed my hands after I fixed everything down there.
Right.
And then I washed my hands again when I got to the kitchen area.
Okay.
So I washed my hands 3 times.
You didn't,
So we're fucking
you didn't throw
busy.
You didn't throw out your drawers,
No.
dude. Okay.
No.
You're a brave
I mean,
man.
I threw them out after, but I didn't throw them out in the restaurant's trash cans.
Like, dude, you got some balls on you. I applaud you. You are a man.
Well,
You are a lumberjack. That's what you are. You're a rugged
I
man.
don't know why you care about the jokes.
I'm just. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
If that was happening to me, dude, like I said, I would go home.
Where was I gonna throw them at?
The trash,
Where everyone can fucking smell them?
or outside and blame it on a homeless man.
That's actually possible.
Like you live in the city. Obviously, like someone can be like, "Oh, this fucking homeless man left his drawers on."
But I mean, at that time, I wasn't thinking about fucking throwing those away because, like I said, while I was back there in the bathroom, she texted me, "Hey, basically, hurry up and get here." She didn't know I was at the restaurant, so I fucking handle my business, get back out there, and fucking get to work. I didn't have a time to go and find a spot to hide these fucking shit draws at. I fucking just did what I had to do to fix things and make sure that I wasn't smelly and things were cleaned up and all that shit. And that's what I did. Fucking cleaned up well. And then went back to work. And yeah, so we're busy. You wanna know the fucking weirdest part of the day?
What was that?
This is the top part.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I fucking saw Pauly Shore sitting at my bar.
no way.
No fucking kidding.
Pauly Shore.
Guess what? Yes. He's fucking wearing a flannel tied around his waist, a t-shirt, and those short shorts. And it's fucking pouring outside. And this guy's sitting at the fucking bar.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
Am I thinking about the right guy, the Leaning Tower of Cheesa, Pauly Shore?
Here, I don't know what Leaning Tower of Cheese is, but here.
From the Goofy movie.
He plays in a lot of Goofy movies.
No, the Goofy movie.
I don't know what that is.
Where the Goofy, yeah, Pauly Shore.
Yeah, that guy.
The Goofy movie.
Yeah.
That's the name of the movie. It's the animated movie. Goofy's son goes they go on a road trip and they go see Powerline.
Nope.
For y'all who didn't see, I almost slapped him in the fucking face. Yeah, in the movie, he's like, Leaning Tower Cheesa. That's what he...
That's good impression.
Thank you. You're like...
No, I don't know it.
For real, Pauly Shore was here. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he had a couple sets that night. He was there like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. One of the...
Well, okay, yeah. He's probably performing at Comedy Bricktown or whatever. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. And I was like, what the fuck is Pauly... Then again, it's Pauly Shore. No, and then again, it's also Pauly Shore. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it goes both ways. What the fuck's Pauly Shore doing here? And also, that makes sense. Pauly Shore is here because it's fucking Pauly Shore. Like, you just don't know. You're like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, he fucking just chilled out and it was just.
Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't say anything. I had to do a couple licks because I didn't.
Dude, I'd drop everything and be like, "What's up, Pauly Shore?" You know, he made a movie down in Fort Sill.
I think I remember that.
I think it was like in the Army now or some shit. I was there at the same place where you got like in the scene where he was getting his hair cut and they like pushed him out. Like that's the same area, the same barbershop I got my hair cut in. For,
yeah, you told me this story.
For basic training, I was like, holy shit. And that's like I know Pauly Shore.
Well,
it's like 7 degrees of Pauly Shore.
I didn't talk to him, but
you should have.
I know him a little bit more now.
You should have. And
what was I gonna say to the guy? Hey, you're famous. I recognize you.
No, he'd be like, hey man, like you're Pauly Shore. Thanks for coming to my restaurant. You know, can I get an autograph or a picture? And he'd be like, what's that smell, dude? Like, smells like shit. I don't know.
I had to hear his voice before. I was like, "That's Pauly Shore."
That's fucking Pauly.
Because like it was raining outside, so it was kind of dark in the restaurant. The
Margaritas. What was he drinking? Margaritas.
I think he did have a couple margaritas.
I bet he did. That fucking saucy bitch.
Yeah.
That's dope,
dude.
It was
so fucking weird.
That's random as fuck, but that's dope. I like that.
That story was the weirdest fucking day of my life, man.
You shit your pants, you got fucking wet, and you met Pauly Shore. Well, you didn't meet him, but you saw Pauly Shore in your restaurant.
Yeah. That's what I held on to for 2 months. I hope it was worth it.
Damn, dude. That was...
Guys, if it was worth the year, comment fucking something about Pauly Shore if you know him or not.
I think people are going to be more upset that you didn't know about the Goofy movie. And here you are, yeah, I know, he's in a bunch of Goofy movies. No, the Goofy movie. I don't know what you're talking about. The Goofy movie.
Is it a Goofy movie or the Goofy?
The Goofy movie. When he goes to see Powerline. That movie.
Who is he?
He plays the guy with the cheese can with the mohawk and the sunglasses. How do you not know this?
This guy?
No. It's not even. He's not fucking on here. If you type in like
this guy, oh,
the guy in the middle,
that guy right there, yeah. I mean, I don't get the reference, but yeah, I know what movie you're talking about now.
How that? Oh my god, I'm about to fucking quit. Okay, well, that's fucking great. Well, besides that, how's life in the pandemic? The pandy that I like to call it.
I mean, obviously it's just been weird. You know, it just like, obviously you just live more sheltered and just fucking...
Yeah.
You try to not be bored as possible, which, I mean, luckily I've got streaming that will keep me occupied, but not being able to go out. I mean, I went to the fucking bank one day, and it was like the nicest thing I had done in the whole month.
Feel that.
Like being able to just get out of the apartment and just fucking go do something was.
Yeah, I've been trying to get out. I've been going to Dallas. I've been going to the city here, just driving back and forth, just trying to find
You're
something.
not scared about doing all that traveling?
Not really. I'm not really. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big controversy, but I don't wear a mask. But like, if someone comes to me like, "Hey,"
You don't wear a mask.
if someone tells me like, "Hey, can you please put a mask?" I'll put it on. I'm not gonna be like, this is my rights. No. Like if someone tells me, "Hey, man, can you put on a mask?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Whip it out, put it on. But other than that, like, I don't really scare me. You know, I know it's real. I'm not gonna be one of those people who be like, "Oh, it's fake. It's all fake." No, it's real. I get that. But for me, I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, if I get it, I get it, and I'll just isolate.
Well, you know what the mask is for.
To protect yourself and others.
No.
What is it?
It's to protect others from you.
Well, that's what I said. Protect myself and others.
Yeah, but it doesn't do vice versa.
It doesn't work like that, dude. It does.
Yeah, because like
Okay.
the way they're designed is.
Well, I wear a cloth mask. I wear those reusable masks.
Yeah, I do too.
I like them. They look more fashionable.
They feel nicer.
Yeah, they do too. I gotta wash mine.
Yeah.
I have a problem of like I use mine at work a lot, and I have to wear it for like 12 hours straight. So that's probably one of the reasons why I don't like wearing it out and about, because like every day at work I gotta wear that thing 12 hours straight. But I forget to wash it, and so when I go back to work the next day and put it on, I'm like, ooh, like oof,
Yeah.
like I can smell it.
I've done that a couple.
Yeah, I'm like, I forgot to wash it. Damn it! And that's why I need to buy multiple masks. Like I went to Quill Springs Mall recently, like I want to say like 2 weeks ago, and I walked in not wearing a mask. No one said anything to me, so I was like, I guess that's okay. So so when I was also at Quill Springs, tell me if I messed up. I think I messed up on this situation because I'm not good at taking hints. I'm really not good at taking hints. Like you just gotta tell me, and I don't read minds. So when I went up to Quill Springs, I was shocked.
This whole time I thought you were psychic. This is a huge bummer. You
Wait,
really let
test
down me.
Test me.
What's my favorite color?
Magenta.
He's not right.
Close enough. Okay, so almost had it. I go up to Quill Springs, and I was doing some shopping. I love shopping at was it Von Maur,
Yeah.
something like that. And I was getting rung up by this really cute girl. She was really pretty. Oh, well, from what I could see, like she was wearing a mask, but all I could see was her eyes. She was a really pretty girl. And so, excuse me. All those Trulies getting a little bubblies in my stomach.
It's all that party coming out.
all that party's coming out, and she was talking to me, just chatting it up with me, and we're doing a lot. Like we're getting to know each other, like same things in common. Like we're like really adamant about it. Like we're really getting into our conversations. And after the checkout, she was just following me the whole time while talking to me, like just like because I'm leaving, like I'm trying to get out the door, and she's still talking to me to the door, and in my head, I was like, well, it's just like good customer service. I think that she's just trying to be nice. But on the other side, I was like, was she hit on me? Like what? Like
Yeah.
I should have got her number because she was really pretty. She was super pretty. And I was like, fuck, I think I fucked it up. We like going back home, driving halfway. I was like, shit, I should have got some info from her. So.
What is this the one that you messaged on the group me or the messenger group?
What are you talking about?
You were like, I think I fucked up, guys.
Yeah.
That's the
one. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's why I had to get clarification because I'm like, dude, I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up on this.
I see your point.
Has that ever happened to you? Like when you don't
Yeah,
get
I
a
mean,
hint?
I remember this one time where I was this was a while ago. I used to go to the gas station every single morning.
Yeah.
And get like a Red Bull or something, and then go to work. And almost every single day, this girl would be at the counter doing my checkout and stuff like that. And same thing, we would just have conversations, and they were really good. And she would just be talking to me all the way out the door. And That's the same feeling I got. But there's that other side of the thing. It's like you want to respect the business side of things, and you don't want to make it to where it's like,
Yeah.
you're just trying to do your job.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you're just trying to do your job. But if they're following you all the way to, like, leaving their department and following
That's a
you,
huge sign, Mikey.
I should have
That's
took
a huge
it.
sign.
I know, I was being dumb. She was really cute. We had a lot of things in common. And I was like, damn, man. I
You
think
could
I
have
fucked.
porked her pine.
Excuse me?
You could have porked her pine.
Okay, I heard you, but I was like, let me make sure I heard him right. I was, what the hell? Okay.
That's the Scott saying.
That's a Scott. Okay. So you had a crazy story.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell a crazy story. It's not my story,
Okay.
but it's something that happened to my little brother,
William.
William.
Okay.
I'm glad you said his name first because I almost forgot it. I was like,
Terrible.
terrible
William,
brother.
if you're watching this, your brother almost forgot your name. Well, I guess he did.
I kind of did a little bit. So William's in the Navy,
Yeah.
as you know, and he hung out with us a lot during our fraternity times. He'd come to the parties, hang out, chill with us. And so when he joined the Navy, he had that mentality of being crazy. Like, he's just a crazy guy. He gets drunk, gets crazy. That's a lot of sailors. That's a lot, actually, just in general, a lot of people in the Army, or the military, I'm sorry. But in the Navy, they get crazy because they're stuck in a ship
Yeah.
for so long, and then they finally go to shore, and they're like fucking Vikings. they're just Vikings. They're putting the horn and just like raiding the shore.
Where did he even get that horn?
I don't know where'd he get that. Fuck it. So
Where fucking Nepal?
he tell me he pulls in the port in Greece. So he's in Greece. Yeah, he goes to Greece. I was like, damn, that sounds nice. He's like, it gets better. I'm like, nice. What'd you do there, bro? And he was like, man, I spent most of my money at like bars and strip clubs and just doing the most crazy shit I could. I was like, well, I mean, that's expected. You're young. You got all this money. You got nothing to worry about. Go ahead and have some fun. And so he tells me he goes to the strip club, and there's this stripper being nice to him, real nice. The same thing what we're talking about, like, oh, that's her job, whatever. But he's saying she's feeling him a lot more, and he's wearing this NASA jacket. I guess NASA's this brand NASA
Yeah.
is like a huge deal now, and he
Yeah.
has like a bomber jacket, NASA bomber jacket, and she was trying to take it from him to be like a memento. She was like, "Let me have this so I can remember you by." Obviously, that's not the case. It's a expensive jacket. She's
Yeah.
just gonna use it to sell it, whatever, you know. So he's telling me that like they're fighting over the jacket in the middle of the strip club.
Wait, what?
Like tug of war. That's what.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He's telling me he's like playing tug of war with this stripper in the middle of the strip club, and like he says he Heisman her, like gave her like a fucking face palm to the face, and just dipped out of there, right? And so they get it goes deeper, and so they get out of there and they go to the bar, and so when they're going at the bar, he's going buck crazy, right? Just nasty hammer crazy, like always. I mean, obviously that's what we do. I have another story, how I convinced a whole bar that my dad is Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
What the
At
fuck?
Coyote Ugly. We'll get into that. So he's got the bar, and he runs out of money, right? His card gets declined. So his buddy's like, "Hey, here, take my debit card, and go to the ATM and go get some money, and we'll just keep on drinking." He's like, "Bet." I don't know why they didn't use the card there, but he was like, "I'd rather just use cash." I was like, "All right." So what he's telling me, from what I'm understanding, is he already took his shirt off. Like, he's like North Carolina style. Like, take your shirt off, spin around like a helicopter. He's like getting crazy. He has like a normal white shirt. He has no belt on his pants, so they keep on slipping down, right? Like, he has like it's all crazy. He's drunk as hell. He goes to the ATM. He puts it in. He forgets the combination, like the little pin code.
Uh-huh.
And I guess over there, I haven't seen it over here, but over there, if you enter it so many times wrong, it eats the card. Like, it takes it. Right? So it took the card. So, like, he put it in, he forgot it. He's telling me he forgot the code, and it eats it. So now he's, like, hitting the ATM. He's punching it, like screaming, "Give it back!" And while this is happening, his pants falls down. So now he's just in
He's just beating the shit out of this thing with his pants down.
With his pants
no
down.
No shirt on.
Yeah, and then like the bus that picks up all the sailors to go back to their boat is driving by, and he sees everyone, like all his shipmates, looking at him while he's beating the shit out of
my God.
Mind you, this is like 4 in the afternoon. Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock in the
afternoon, and he's just beating the shit out of an ATM. And all the shipmates see him, and he's just like, "Give it back! Give it back!" Yeah, so that's one of the stories that he's telling me.
Dude, your brother's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just got deployed to Japan. He left like 3 weeks ago. He was here for a month and left for yeah.
That was nice to visit him, huh?
Yeah, it was good. He drove from Norfolk to here and spent a whole month with me, and then he went to Japan.
How long is he gonna be there?
Like 2 years.
Ooh.
That's why I said, "I'm like, you lucky bastard."
Yeah.
He told me he chose that place as a joke. Like he wanted. I just keep on burning all these Trulies.
Speaking of Trulies, mind if I get one?
Yeah, go.
Thanks,
Bro, don't even ask. Just grab one, dude.
Well, I mean, it's like right between your legs.
Oh,
and
okay.
we're not on camera.
I put that there on purpose. Oops. He said he wanted to do it as a joke. I was like, "What do you mean as a joke?" He's like, "Well, I'm gonna go over there, and when I come back, I'm gonna be so immersed in the culture. I'm just gonna be wearing kimonos and those like wooden sandals. I'm gonna have like a samurai hat." Like, I'm like, "Are you for real?" He's like, "Hell yeah, dude."
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if he put on that gear, I might even think that he's Japanese, just because his ethnicity and the way he looks, he could look like a lot of different cultures.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
My brother and I, we get like.
Because I don't think you're like you're Mexican. I don't think you're exactly Asian. I don't think you're like.
When I was younger,
I think you're like a combination of.
When I was
all of those things.
When I was younger, people thought I was Asian because my eyes. It's just like everyone looks at my eyes and they're kind of slanted like that. I also got Egyptian, like Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And some other things I forgot. I was trying to explain to someone where my ethnicity is from. It's from Central America, Nicaragua. Well, that's where my mom's from. My dad's from Germany.
I think he's told me this like 10 times, guys.
I think.
And I still don't remember it, and I still just think, where is he from?
Where's this dude from? You look like somewhere you eat lots of tortillas and beans. What's going on here?
No, see, I don't get that feeling at all. Like I think that you're either from like the Middle East.
Okay, I got
maybe European.
Well, my dad's European. He's German.
See, yeah. And
my dad looks like Hitler's wet dream. He's blonde and blue-eyed and a white guy.
You could be Oriental. Like,
I could. I got all those.
You could even fucking have a little Samoan in you or Native American.
I'm pretty white.
I have no fucking clue what you are,
man.
dude. But you are majestic.
Thank you.
You're beautimous.
Thank you.
And
thank you, guys.
I'm gonna stop this because it's.
Appreciate you. You're scaring me. I just lost my train.
Sorry, William going over to Japan.
William going to Japan.
Assimilating to the culture.
Oh, no, the Central America thing. I was explaining to someone, it was like Central America, and they're like, "What's Central America?" I'm like, "Nicaragua," and they're like, "Oh, Central America, like Kansas?" I was like, "Oh."
What the fuck?
I was like, "Oh, I swear that's
Mexico, dummy."
That's a true story. That's a true story that I'll stick with.
Like Kansas.
I was like,
that's the most American answer I've ever heard. Boy, I tell you what.
I tell you what. So the coyote thing. I'm going to tell you about that.
The coyote.
I'm going to round
this
about.
Is the other crazy story.
Backtrack to Coyote Ugly. Oh, it's a goodie.
Oh,
so
you went to Coyote Ugly here in the city.
Here in the city.
Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy story. That shit is not a nice place. I remember going in there being scared. I saw this.
Really?
Saw this
Well, because I saw this fucking middle-aged guy, just basically be fucking toyed with. Like, I'm sure that he was into it, but like,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
they just treat this guy like shit.
I'm still friends with one of the girls at Coyote Ugly. We're still friends. This was like 3-4 years ago.
You hear something crazy?
What's that?
I don't really want to say this, but I guess I will. One of the girls that worked there, I don't think she works there anymore, but she used to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because she'd post on Instagram about it, you know. I met her through a church group.
Nice. There's nothing wrong with that at all,
it's
brother.
It's so fucking hilarious.
You just gotta get that money, brother.
Yeah, I just think it's hilarious because like back then versus this,
Yeah.
just different lives, obviously. You know,
No, never.
grow through experiences and stuff like
That's-
that. But
that's
it's just kind of
hilarious.
funny. Like that was my perspective of her, and then I followed her on Instagram way back then, and to see where she's at now, it's like,
Like,
get
I
it,
see.
girl, get it, girl.
The
Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. So, one of our fraternity brothers, Michael, he just broke up with his longtime girlfriend. Not gonna say the name. Broke up with her. All right.
Wait, the Michael that.
One who lives by me in Elgin.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
So, him and Justin. I don't know if you remember Justin Tunnel.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I'm dropping names now. People are gonna look him up on Facebook. Let me see what this motherfucker looks like. So
Who's
it's,
the other guy?
wait,
Was he there?
well, the guy it was just three of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking that they've got a cousin. Or
No, their
something.
brother Mitch.
Is it Mitch?
They have a brother named Mitch.
I don't know. Anyways.
So he just broke up with his girl. I was like, look, man, I'm gonna get you out of this slump, and we're gonna go out and have the time of our lives. And he was like, you know what, you're right. You know, I work hard. I barely go out. You're right, Mikey. Let's do this. I'm like, bet. So I got us a hotel room, a nice one. I think it was on the Riverwalk. I can't remember. It was like right by Fuzzy's Taco.
Okay.
It's like in that area.
Yeah.
So we get that hotel. I'm pumping the boys up like, we're fucking, let's get it. Let's fucking go. We get to the hotel. We get dressed, right? And the way we are dressed, it progressively goes down. So I'm dressed the way I'm always am, like a button down, tucked in, slacks, belt, watch, rolled up sleeves. You know how I dress, like just normal shit like that. Michael dresses like he shops at the Buckle. So he has like Affliction and those like bejeweled jeans, everyone knows. He wears that, and Justin just dresses the way Justin does. He wears like an old rocker shirt and some fucking plaid shorts and a hat. Like, that's what he wears. That's Justin's wear. So you look at me, you look at Michael, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who's Justin?
Who dressed that guy?
Who dressed that guy? So we start off the day. I think it was like around, I want to say 3 in the afternoon. I want to say like around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and we go play mini golf. You know how they got mini golf on the Riverwalk?
Yeah.
They allowed you a drink on there. So I bought hella tall boys. Like I just pound one down, go back up there. We're like on the 12th hole. There's 18 holes, so I gotta walk all the way back down to the shack and be like, hey, can I get another tall boy?
Hey, yo.
Okay.
That time.
Okay.
All these tall boys.
Tall boy.
Yeah.
So I'm going back there, getting myself some tall boys, because we're waiting. There's a burlesque show that I let Mike choose what we want to do. Right?
Yeah. It's his night.
It's his night out. I was like, Mike, what do you want to do? He's like, well, I heard there's a burlesque show. I want to go check it out. I was like, dope. We'll go check it out, right?
Yeah.
So we're done playing mini golf, and I was like, well, the burlesque show doesn't start for another like 3 hours, man. What do you want to do? And that's when I think it was like God's way of saying like, here you go. Because when we say, what do you want to do? We heard Coyote Ugly just blow up. Like, hey, everybody come inside. We're having the deals on shots. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh. So we just roll up in there, and it's just us three, the 2 or 3 workers, the bartenders, the girls there, and like maybe 1 or 2 old guys in there. Like basically it was just us,
Yeah.
And so we roll up, we sat at the bar. They're not really doing that much because it's just basically us in there, so they're not really getting into it. So that's when we started introducing ourselves to the bartenders. We're like, hey, this is our names. We introduce ourselves to them, and I'm still friends with one of them. I actually try to.
Hollow.
Well, I got her information. We actually started something, but then I'm not gonna get into that. Life. Yeah, no. So we go in there, but every time I go out, like to places that people don't really know me, I tell people like I am a different person. I always tell people like I have a different profession and I'm a different person. Like, cause I like it's like a mystery game for me. I like to see where I can go. I like to see how long I can get this. So we go there and we're like buying shots for like the girls and stuff. They're partying with us. They're having a good time, laughing. Again, I'm not taking the hint like, oh yeah, they're trying to fucking get with me because they're doing their job. They're going to laugh at our stupid fucking jokes. Like all
Yeah,
just want
I
that
know how it
tip.
goes. Yeah.
So, also when this is what happened, the rodeo was in town, in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
They have a big ass rodeo,
Yeah.
and so I don't know if they're fake or what, but they, like a couple cowboys, youngsters, right? Couple like just turned 21, looking like three of them showed up, and they brought their girls with them. So it's like six altogether, three girls, two guys, giddied up, right? All rodeoed out, right? And they're sitting right behind us on this table, and we're sitting at the bar, and this one girl, her name's Selena. That's the one I was like hollering at. Like, I was obsessed with her.
Got a sexy ass name, Selena.
She was.
Wanna be my little tortilla?
She's like black and Korean.
You wanna be my little?
I remember that because
Dumpling?
I remember that not because I'm just like throwing it out there, because there was a game. She was playing a game. She was like, everyone whip out $1. If you can guess my ethnicity or whatever, you win a shot glass. And I won it. And to God, I won it.
Oh, now he's a psychic.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of good at guessing other people's ethnicity, no racial, but I'm like, I could look at somebody and be like, you're that. So I also put my number
He's a good profiler.
I wrote my number on there too. And it worked! That's later on. It worked. It worked.
Hell yeah.
So Selena's on the bar, and she's dancing around, and I'm just hypnotized. Akon hypnotized. You got me so hypnotized. I was just looking at her like, I'm just looking at her, hands on my chin, like, oh. And she's dancing around. I'm like, get it, girl. Yeah, get it. And like the Cowboys right behind us, he was like, shut the fuck up, like that. And without missing a beat, I put my beer down. I turned around. I'm like, who the fuck said that? Like, real loud. Right? And the Cowboys were, obviously it's them. There's nobody, because all the old dudes left. It's just them now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck said that? And they're looking at me like, because I guess they thought the way we were dressed, we weren't going to do anything. And they're like, like that. They're like, well, I don't know. I never heard of him.
That guy, he just left.
Yeah, and so Mike, okay, if y'all know who Mike is, he's the nicest person in the whole wide world. He is so nice.
But will put the fucking hammer down.
He will put the hurt on you if you fuck with anybody in his circle. And so he saw that as a threat to his circle, and he was like, all right.
He's like the wolf pack leader.
He called over the girls. He was like, hey, can I get...
He's like the leader of the lion pack.
He was like, let me get 3 shots of whiskey, please. And he ordered 3 shots. I was like, dope. We're getting 3 of us. We're going to get some whiskey.
Hey,
right? And so we get the shots. And he was like, hey, Mikey. I was like, yeah. You want to go to jail tonight? I'm like, dog, I'm like 7 shots deep, 8 beers in. I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, but once I like sober up, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And he's like, all right, so get ready. And he's like, he looked at me like, just get ready. I was like, all right, let's get ready. So I took off my watch and put it on my fist, just, extra oomph.
When you said that, I totally envisioned something else. I don't know why, but I was like, I took off my watch and put on my fist, like you just clenched your hand.
I did.
Hey, man, this is how I get ready for a battle.
Yeah, it's like brass knucks.
Well, not even with the watch. Like, I put on my wrist. Like, that was like your own phrasing of like how you fucking get ready for a fight. I put on my fist. Clinch.
Clinch. Let's go, Buckeye.
I don't know why that ran through my head. Anyways, go ahead. Weird thoughts here.
So I put it on my fist. I look at Justin. I'm like, you ready for this? He's like, hell yeah.
Are y'all ready for this?
And Mike grabs the shots. 3 shots. He goes up to the table to the Cowboys, and I'm looking at him. I'm just ready to, like Shia LaBeouf and Tax Collector. I'm just like, I'm just ready to pop off, And
I don't want to have to kill you. I do.
I want that. And he puts the shots down, and right in front of the boys, the guys. He's like, y'all enjoy it, because I always buy my bitches drinks like that. Like he said, I always buy my bitches some drinks. And they looked at it like, oh shit. And then they looked at us. And I'm like, what's up, fool? Like that. I'm just looking at them like, what's up? And they're like, all right, let's get out of here. So they took their girls and fucking left. And Mike just goes and orders up some beers and shots. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna take them shots because they didn't touch them. Like, so I just go back and I slam all 3 shots, and we go back. And so in the whole entire night, that's when it gets fucking better. So the whole entire night we're just getting lit with the girls, and like it starts getting more crowded. But since we were like high payers, they focused on us a lot because
Right.
we already established something with them, and they already knew we're about it. And so
You claimed the space with your alpha dominance.
basically, we were some alphas. Like
Y'all were some alphas.
I
that
ain't
night.
trying to toot my horn, but toot.
You
like,
fucking bought some Cowboys some shots and
drove them out. Like
called them bitches and they left.
yeah, like we
That's kind of just saying
we dominated.
you can stay here and suck my dick or you can leave.
Kind of. It was like that Walking Dead. Like I just shoved my dick down your throat, and you thanked me. That's what's his face said to the other dude. I forgot what the names. Anyways, so the
Walking Dead, isn't that still on?
I think so. Like everyone's dead. They just I don't know why they just keep
The
going.
Walking Dead show.
Yeah, it's
That's
walking.
what-
The Walking Dead's Walking Dead. Like I don't think anyone else is watching it right now.
Yeah.
It's dying off.
Dead Men Walking.
And so the night's going on, and we are living our best life. Like people are surrounding us, and this is when I started getting my alter ego, right? So this is when I'm spitting game to the Selena girl. Like I finally like start spitting games, really. And I'm like talking to her again because this is when I already did the old dollar thing, like guess my ethnicity.
Yeah.
So I already did.
We're all the way past that point. You gave
Yeah.
her your number.
Yeah. So I'm spitting games to her. She's like, "So what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a."
What was your name, by the way?
Oh, my name was Tego. T-E-G-A. Tego. Tego. And she was asking, like, so what do you do? Like you dress nice and stuff. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I'm a second grade teacher. Like, that's what I told her. I was like, I'm a second grade teacher. I like teaching kids. I love them. She's like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I was like, yeah, I know. It's dope. And so that's when I also started saying my dad is Jerry Jones. Because at this time, I just got paid. Like, I just got a paycheck.
Wait, Thago is Jerry Jones.
There's more to it, right? So I'm like, I'm telling them I'm the illegitimate child of Jerry Jones. Like he was banging the maid or something, and people believe me. I was like, they must have been drunk already, but people fucking believe me because they're like giving me tips and shit on trades. Like, hey, tell your dad that they need to do this and that with this person to get that person. I'm like, sure, dude. Like the fuck. Like I'm looking. I'm like, all right, dude. You obviously see me talking to this girl. Like, all right, dude, chill. Because I was throwing money around like crazy. I spent like $600 at Coyote. Yeah. And I'm just throwing money around and because people are like looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, my dad's Jerry Jones. I got money, baby. I'm just throwing it around. And that's how it happened. And so we paired, like, I get Selena's number and I get Dana's Snap. Like, I get everyone's information. And we go to another club. Do you remember Lucky in our fraternity?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like one of the head doormen at, I don't know if they call it Club Glam anymore. They keep on changing the name.
Yeah, actually, I got to see him like a month ago. I went out
nice.
with Colton and
I know
Flacco.
I know him and Colton are close because Colton took care of his grandma.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but that place closed down.
It did?
Mhm.
Okay. So while it was still open, he was like one of the top dudes up there. So while there's a huge line outside, everyone's trying to get in, we walked right past it. Like we can just walk right past it, go in the elevator, go
Hell
up. Because we know Lucky.
Right.
I just show up. I'm like, what's up, man? We're here. He's like, bet, come on in. Everyone's looking at us like, who are these guys? Oh man, these guys are dope. So that's giving us more fucking play. Like
These guys are dead.
these guys are. I just want to suck the dicks off of those guys. like it's like.
If y'all don't get that reference, y'all need to go on TikTok.
So we're looking at those guys. They're looking at us, right? And we go to the bar. We're living it up again, right? We're throwing money everywhere, and it's time to close my tab. And I give her my card. She's like, "It's not running." I'm like, "What? Run it again." No, run it again. And she runs it like 3 more times. She's like, it's not working. And Mike comes in. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. I was like, bet. And it was like $200. My tab alone was $200 because I was buying like everyone's shots and shit.
Second grade teacher balling.
And no, with Jerry Jones is illegitimate child balling, and
pays to keep my silence.
and so we go back home. We go back to the hotel, and later that day, when we wake up, I figured out why my card wasn't going through. Because I wasn't using my card, I was using my hotel key. I was like, "No, fucking run it, dude!" Like,
Wait, why the fuck was the bartender or cashier running a fucking hotel?
I guess she wasn't paying attention to it. So that was my crazy night at Coyote Ugly.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, dude. I go out, man. I go live, son.
Dude, I mean, I have crazy stories, but mine aren't fun. Mine are more like dramatic.
Yeah, you have like life-changing experiences.
Well, not even like that. I just like I do stupid shit. Like it's just dumb. It's like I remember one time I got fucking drunk and decided to go walk the fucking neighborhood block.
Oh, dude, I've done that plenty of times. Living in Lawton, yeah.
But yeah, I was at a fucking house party. I guess we could talk about some house parties.
Dude, I remember.
Fucking. All right, so let me
I asked
introduce this next segment,
I ashed on a girl's ass with a Black and Mild.
and that's how we introduce it here about Party at Scott's, aka Pat's. It was a legendary place.
It was.
A lot of magic happened. A lot of real shit happened.
I banged in every
And
room.
a lot of regrets and memories happened.
Yeah, I remember sleeping over there, and I was like, "When did y'all get a dog?" And you're like, "We don't have one." I'm like, "There's a fucking rat the size of a gopher running around in here." It's scared the living hell of me. No, that party. There's that party. I remember so wild. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like smoking a Black and Mild. This little short girl. Little Asian short girl. She was just smoking a Black and Mild, and she just started twerking on me, right? Like getting it deep in there. And I remember the song "Ass," Big Sean. Ass. She was getting it right. I was like, "Oh yeah, oh no."
So let me.
And she like was smoking it while twerking on me, and then she passed it back to me, right? And so I was smoking the Black and Mild with her. I'm like, "Hey," I'm just hitting it. But while she was getting it, I forgot to ash it. So now I have this long old piece of ash on her. I'm like, oh. And so I just ashed it on her back accidentally. I'm like, plaka, plaka. And so I'm like, oh, fuck. And people see me like, what did you do that for? I'm like, oh. So now I'm like trying to clean it off. But now she thinks I'm like slapping her ass around. Now she's getting even deeper. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. This is why we can't talk about Pat's memories, just because.
We did a lot of crazy things in there, man.
Oh my god, dude! I remember passing out in a fucking cooler. Like this thing was humongous. It was the size of.
Excuse me?
It was the size of a fucking like almost canoe. Like the width of it.
Please tell me.
Could be a canoe. I think it was a blacklight party that we had, and I was so amped up, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm about to get fucking torn up."
I remember the blacklight party. I think there was only one or two of them.
Yeah, but this was like one that we did without the fraternity, like basically officially sponsoring it. We kind of just made our own thing of it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because that's when I was with Francis at the time. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. I still have the pictures on Facebook.
And so I got so fucked up that I think I threw up or whatever, and then there was this humongous fucking cooler that I could fucking sit in, and I passed out in. I fucking sat in there because I don't know, for whatever fucking reason, I thought it was kind of cool to be able to sit in a fucking cooler and chill out.
Yeah, when you're drunk, you don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, because like it's just wide enough that I could fucking rest my arms up on the cooler, hang my legs out, and I was fucking comfy. And so like that's what I fucking did, and I passed out.
That's crazy.
So I was so fucked up.
That'd be funny if like someone was like, "Man, I could really use a beer right now." They open that cooler, and you're just there like, "Nah, get your own cooler." And you just close it.
One of the I remember like one of the worst things that I remember doing at one of my parties was that there was this party. I was like really trying to holler at this chick, but she's way out of my league. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking try.
I've seen you pull some chicks way out of your league. No offense, but you've done it, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man, shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like, shoot for the stars. If you miss, you shoot for the moon, but if you miss, you still land among the stars. You know what I mean?
The stars are farther than the moon. But anyways,
Either way, you're landing on something.
fucking landed on the moon, and I just there was no way. And the worst part was is that probably her second or first best friend that she knew for a long time was really into me.
Ooh.
And she was basically just trying to say, hey, go away. You know what I mean? She was trying to be nice. Well, so I was like, all right, fuck it. There's no luck. So I basically tell the other chick that I wasn't really interested in. Fuck it, let's fucking have fun. So we like make out and we're like having fun or whatever. And I'm like, guys, we're gonna have a fucking blast tomorrow. We're gonna go have lunch and brunch or whatever.
Everyone does that when you're fucking drunk. You make plans like, totally, let's go out. We're going to brunch. We're going to ride roller coasters. And then you wake up, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Bro, she wasn't. She was clear-minded. She hadn't had a drop because she was DD. That was even the worst part of it.
Oh, damn.
So she's like, we're all like having fun dancing and all that shit. And the next day, she texts me at like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm still fucking hungover or drunk still. I'm like,
it's not happening.
What the fuck did I do?
I hate when that happens.
Put the phone down and didn't text.
Dude.
I think I did like eventually, but it was
Dude,
like,
when I know that feeling when you get
worst fucking feeling in the world.
You start getting hammered and like not even at a party, like you could be at a kickback just by yourself or whatever, and you start drinking and you start hitting up people, guys, girls, whatever. You start hitting people up, let's make plans and all that shit. And then when that time comes by tomorrow, you're like, ugh, what the fuck was I thinking? That's actually how I got to Dallas.
That's the
last week.
That's probably the worst mistake I ever make. Is like, oh my god, I'm so excited for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, and you wake up the next day. I don't want to fucking do all that.
That's how I went to Dallas last week because I was watching Tax Collector, drinking heavy. I pounded back a whole bottle of Jack Daniel Honey, and
I have a story for that one.
And I texted one of my boys down there. I was like, bro, have you seen Tax Collector? It's hella good. And he calls me up. He was like, hey, when you coming down to Dallas? I'm like, bro, I'm on the next flight. He was like, bet. I was like, yeah, dog, I'll see you tomorrow, fool. And and I woke up. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, I went. Not that day. I was like, dude, I'm leaving I'll leave Friday. I had other things planned anyways. I had to go do some other things. And so I was like, dude, I'll just meet you down there Friday. So I went down there and did my thing in Dallas. Nothing big, nothing special. We just had like a birthday party for his 1-year-old.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
So speaking of getting fucked up on, what's it called? Like Jack Daniel's honey whiskey or something like that?
I call it Jack and Honey.
That thing is a magical token to the grave.
Do you mix it? I put Sprite in mine. It actually is. No, 7-Up. I had 7-Up and it killed it. It was really good.
I think I've only bought it ever once, and I think I took shots from it, but not enough to like go experimenting with it or anything like that.
Yeah, dude.
But I remember one time. This was way back when. This is when I was like fresh into the fraternity, and Doug, shout out to
Doug Sunshine.
TJ, fucking
Sunshine.
T-Rex. Anyway, so he has a bottle of that, and he's got a mixed drink of it, and it's mixed with Dr. Pepper. And that shit goes down like SoCo and Coke or SoCo and Dr. Pepper. It's even better because it's got that honey in it.
Yeah, it does.
And then so I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm like fucking 21, 22 at the time. So
yeah.
like, you know, you take a shot and drink some more of a mixed drink of it.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. I'd be like, hey man, let me get a drink. Let me take a shot. So that's what I did like 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I don't fucking remember. I lost count. I got so blacked out drunk. I wish I could tell you some of the stories, but that would take some time for me to remember all that shit. But one of the worst hangovers I've ever had in my life.
It's the worst fucking thing you can ever have, bro. I understand that.
Dude, that was...
Yo, before we get any further, I want to do a little ad. A little ad read.
Well, ad.
So down there in Texas, my boy Jose, he has a wife. Her name's Priscilla, and she has her own little business. Yeah. Priscilla. Prissy, I call her Prissy because she has a prissy attitude. Whoa,
Easy there, Prissy.
Whoa, can't hate on my sponsor. She has her own little business. She makes shirts, masks, I think cups, and also floor mats, all customizable.
Dude, I fucking saw one of the shirts. There's a J. Cole shirt that she designed.
She made a J. Cole shirt. It was dope. We'll see if we can upload it here, show some pictures, see what and if you guys are interested, it's on Facebook called All of Joy, on Instagram All of Joy, and you can also text her at 469-286-9394. They don't have a website yet. They just started, but if you are interested, go on those things, check them out. They have good prices, good shirts. We have ours coming on the way. It is awesome. Hit her up, and
hopefully she makes one for us.
I think she will.
She said, "Yeah."
I mean, I'm saying yes for the podcast.
Dude, I just hope.
Now we just fucked it all up.
Where's your professional manners, Scott?
Yeah,
God,
golly,
everything.
I hate it. Nah.
I hate myself. So yeah, speaking of 2020, I mean, we kind of went back to the past, but let's come back to 2020 and talk about
Do I have to?
some of. Yeah, I know, right?
I don't want to.
Look, as soon as we end this podcast, we will. So
I
we can live in this little realm of
don't want it.
nostalgia, but eventually we have to climb out.
All right.
But I wanted to talk about sports. I mean, that's something that we always like to talk about, and
Yeah.
especially now where it's like it almost feels like it may happen, it may not happen, and obviously there's a huge asterisk on this year whether you're able to play or not.
Yeah.
The first thing I guess we should talk about is the first one that came out, which was baseball.
Are you talking about Joe Kelly? How he got suspended for 8 games for
Did
doing
you see what he fucking did?
the face?
Well, it wasn't just that. He threw, what, he hit 2 or 3 batters?
I'm not sure, but it was against the Astros and they deserve it.
Look, I understand they deserve a lot of criticism and bad sportsmanship coming their way. But don't hurt someone because of it.
I don't give a shit. They cheated and they didn't apologize for it, and they still got the rings. Nah, I'm good. Nah, they knew.
Look, that's on the league about giving those rings, not the Astros.
Nah, I'm good.
You should be pissed at ownership or commissioners.
And
not.
And if the players knew about it, which obviously they did, they should have stood up and be like, "No, that's not right."
I agree. But I'm just saying that's going back to the point of saying bad sportsmanship and everything that's coming to them. But I'm just saying you don't have to hurt someone because of it. You're basically saying that. I don't want to get too political here.
Don't you say it.
I don't want to get too political.
Don't you say it. Look, right now,
But anyways, I'm just saying, like,
baseball's touchy.
that's a little bit out of the lines.
Baseball's touchy right now. We got Joe Kelly getting suspended for 8 games for doing that.
I think that's already over, though. Right?
For 8 games, I'm not sure. And then we have what's his face from the Padres hitting a grand slam on a 3-0 count on the bottom of the 8th, and he had to apologize for it, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
It makes no. Everyone's like, don't do that. I'm like, who cares? That's your job. You're supposed to hit the ball.
That's like the same shit that they gave Patriots about whenever they were like up 3 or 4 touchdowns and they still went for another touchdown.
Do they do that? I didn't know that.
I mean, they've had it happen multiple times in the past with their Tom Brady Belichick years.
And then what else? Someone, I forgot which team. I want to say the Reds. I'm not sure. Someone was wearing like free Joe Kelly cleats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were going to suspend him and all types of shit. I
I
was
don't
like,
need
what the
you.
fuck?
I don't think you need to suspend them. Let people. But then again, MLB is pretty old school.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess NBA wouldn't. I mean, hell, look at their jerseys and see what they're doing. I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah, I like that.
What
They're
they're doing
standing
with
for what
it.
they want. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
allowing the players to express themselves.
Yeah,
That's so
I am
fucking
full
cool.
hearted about that. Like, if you want to do that, go ahead. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I'm like,
I think NBA, as far as like where it comes
NBA
to
does.
like players' freedom of expression and individuality, is the most advanced.
yeah.
NFL is the second, and MLB is definitely the third.
MLB is stuck in their old ways. I mean, just like round back to the whole dude hitting the grand slam. It's an unwritten rule to not do that. I was like, who gives a shit?
It's not a written fucking rule.
That's the unwritten rule.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not a
like-
rule unless it's written.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. So,
Like you can have I think that you could say like there's sportsman-like conduct, but that shit's probably written in the rules, right?
yeah, so that's why I was like, this is dumb. So that's why everyone was like, you did everything right except for apologizing. Even the head coach was apologizing for the dude's actions. I was like, dude, you're fucking lame. So
Who knew in 2020 that Major League Baseball would have players and coaches apologizing for hitting home runs?
do you think someone's gonna look back at 2020 like 10 years from now and be like, yeah, I killed it. That was my year. Like, do you think that?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's gonna be like that. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple posts like that.
I definitely know who's gonna say that. Corona. So that was my fucking year, bro. Shut everything down.
That was a terrible joke.
That was terrible. I'm sorry.
But
Fuck.
yeah, do you think there'll be NCAA sports?
I mean, Big 12's doing it. Big 12's all about it. SEC's about it. I think Pac-10? Pac-10's not about it.
No.
And I forgot the other conference, but they're not going to do it either.
There's the Big Ten. Are they doing it?
I'm not sure.
That's with Alabama, right?
That's SEC.
SEC, okay.
Yeah, Big 12 and SEC is all about it, but everywhere else it's like unsure or not doing
I
it.
think there's only like 5 conferences that want to do it, and then everybody else is like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
I think the big problem with NCAA sports is that they leave it up to conferences to kind of decide on bigger issues.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. I mean, if you're talking about getting into the realm of players having certain rights to making money and all those things that are involved, you have to have some kind of force that's going to even the playing field.
Yeah.
Like, I know that not all conferences are balanced, but that's even more important for you to have a kind of an even playing field when it comes to some issues.
I agree with it, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like saying, like, there's no president of the United States. It's all state to state government. Wait, what? I mean, sure, North Dakota isn't as pretty as California, but they should deserve some regulations just as much as
weird-
California goes.
It's a weird comparison.
Yeah, well, that's what the brain does sometimes. But it's the same. It's the same idea. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about a conference that, let's say, like the Big 12, that has really great, high quality, competitive schools when it comes to a lot of sports, versus, like, let's just say the SEC, where it's just a bunch of fucking dynasties right now, and they just fucking shit the bed when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that Pac-12 or any of these other conferences don't deserve the same opportunities as these other guys.
You're right. I agree with you.
Thank you. My TED Talk is over.
Do you feel better?
My political speech is over. I'm running for 2028 presidency. Come back at me with a hashtag #IGreatScott.
Speaking about I Grade Scott, what kind of underwear are you wearing? I'm wearing MeUndies. MeUndies, the best type of underwear you can wear.
Are you really?
No, I was just wishing that MeUndies.
He's not wearing underwear at all.
I actually don't. I really don't wear underwear.
Yeah, see, this is why you wanted me to throw away my underwear, because you're just into it.
I just try to be. I like to be free. You know what I mean? It's a good breeze down there.
So you want to be sponsored by a underwear that you won't wear.
Yeah, MeUndies.
That makes 0 sense.
Yo, it's money for us, brother.
I guess I can respect that.
It's money.
Hey, MeUndies, don't listen to him, listen to me. My name's Scott. I wear undies. I'm wearing Hanes right now. I'd much be rather wearing your underwear. So with that,
Don't do that. Well, then, on that note, Scotty, I'm going to call it. I'm calling it.
well, since he's calling it, that means I'm calling it. And if we're calling it, that means unfortunately the podcast is over.
Podcast is over, guys. I'm sorry about that, but next time we'll talk about more stories and more crazy antics that we always have.
Always make sure you go pee, poop, and number 3, in the toilet, not in the vehicle. It's
Not in your
always
pants.
better that way. You smell not weird.
Never weird. And remember, here at Top Take, we always have the hot takes. Wash your hands, never touch your face, and we love you. Bye. Mwah!
Hotcakes.
Swear to God, I'm on a mission. Couldn't call with you bitches. Niggas think we cool, no, the offer been rescinded. I ain't bargaining with you bitches. I ain't starting with you niggas, no.